Yeah, hi there. These comments are for AA, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL iBT. So how are you doing today? And you completed integrated speaking practice test number 1, and you're also one of my students in the English language program here at California State University, San Bernardino.
First of all, according to the reading passage.
Now, first of all, that's a little bit awkward because in the introduction, you don't want to use first of all, you want to state the main points of the reading and the lecture. Now, once you're done with the introduction, as you move to your first supporting point, and as you discuss the main points in the reading, it's probably more appropriate to use that transition word at that point.
It discusses the impact of advertising on people's behavior. We can say the television and radio promote.
I wouldn't say we there. We is a more personal pronoun with a more personal tone, but you're trying to create a more formal academic tone as you summarize the information. So I probably wouldn't do that. You can just say advertisers can persuade people to vote for certain candidates. Maybe say it like that. But the other thing is you haven't really stated what is the main point of the reading, what is the main point of the listening passage. So in your introduction, if you do something like this, it creates a little bit better organization. So you say, the reading passage discusses the political effects of advertising, and then the listening passage suggests its economic effects. So if you state that, you're exactly capturing, I think, the two key points. That's going to give the rest of your response a nice, coherent organization. You can use repetition, maybe rephrase some key terms from the intro, and tie it all into the response. So you're going to have a little bit better organization there.
Invade our lives. A politician has to have name recognition in order to be chosen.
But why are you mentioning all this information? So this kind of goes underneath a topic, right? So the reading's looking at the political effects of advertising. That's the key. And then the listening passage looks at its economic effects. Those are the two main points you want to catch. State those first, and then use the relevant supporting detail from the sources to help back up that information.
As the people in author's country must know who he is and have heard about him before they trust him. For example, TV commercials are a very successful way for people in a country to become familiar with a politician. As well, billboards and radio ads may affect people to vote, agree or disagree.
Now you're talking about too much information here. You need to condense what you're trying to say. You're already at 43 seconds into the response, so don't feel when you're summarizing that you have to mention all of the points from the reading or the lecture. You should focus on the main point, the most important supporting points.
A particular politician candidate. Second of all, according to the listening, it discusses the impact of advertising on people in economic ways. For instance,
now that was a better topic sentence, I think, in that second part, because it's very clear what your purpose is. Now, if you want to make a transition, you can say, well, in addition to focusing on the political effects of advertising, the listening passage discusses its economic effects.
Doesn't buy products that he is strange with. However, in many times, customers make the wrong decision to buy particular brand toothpaste. Therefore, based on the fact the customers buy products advert depend on what they have seen in the advertising.
Okay, so let's take a look at what we got. So now we need to figure out what your score is and why, and is there anything you can do to improve your speaking right now. So first of all, delivery. You're speaking fairly naturally, I think, but there is an area I'd like you to work on intonation. You can learn about it by going to pronunciation lessons 36 through 40. I think that will be very helpful for you at this point. I think with language use, part of your problem is you're sometimes a little bit too wordy. Let me just give you an example. So you might say, well, in the reading passage, it suggests. Why not just say the reading passage suggests? Instead of it. So sometimes you can maybe use a little bit more concise grammar than what you're using. So if you go to my grammar lessons, I'll give you a couple lessons I think you should take a look at. I think it's going to be helpful for you right now. Okay, so first of all, take a look at, here it is. Lesson 26, sentence variety, I think is good. But the most important one, I think, for you is lesson number 27, grammar lesson 27, being more concise. I'd like you to take a look at those two lessons, both of which will help you to improve your language use. All right? So, topic development, you need an introduction before you say first of all or then second of all. You need an introduction that sets up the purpose of your response, and you want to fit everything within the 60-second time limit, which you did not do. So you're not really summarizing, you're just re-explaining everything that you listened to. But that's not really what a summary is. So I think you can improve your topic development, I think, there. So your score here, I'm going to put you right now at about 2.3 out of 4. So that's going to put you at 18 points out of 30 for the TOEFL, for the speaking section, kind of give you an idea of where you are. Now for the purposes of our class, 2.3, it's going to put you at 80% on this assignment. All right, anyway, thank you for completing this practice test.